I would have thought by just looking at the material that you have been producing, they would realize that this is not a joke.
I think, like everything else, like when I first came down here, if I said anything, it's like, oh, you're making Dominica look bad.
Because
Yeah.
you didn't cause this.
You know?
You're just documenting.
Just documenting. Not making it up. You know? I'm not trying to make Dominica look bad. Trying to make us look good. To fix these problems.
Good morning, folks. Today is Monday, the 20th of December, the year 2021. This is just over 2 months ago. We were here at this location in the Roseau Valley, an area of such enormous, intense beauty, you cannot help but be passionate about it. We have come back here today because the last time we observed an attempt to butcher that beauty. And I'm standing with my back to one of the most amazing viewscapes anywhere in the world. This is one of the ranges coming from the Mont Trapito National Park, which in 1998 was designated by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. Take a look at that viewscape. Words are inadequate to describe what you will see. Just take a look at it. Best. This is Dominica at its best. Rainforests, majestic hills and mountains, significant supplies, constant supplies of high quality water, some of the best quality water in the world, some of the most inspiring viewscapes for visitors and locals alike, biodiversity unrivaled in any other island on earth. That's Dominica. That's the quintessential nature island product. This is the road to Loda. This is the road to the freshwater lake, the Quarry lake. This is the area of the boiling lake. This is the area further down of T2 Gorge, Trafalgar Falls, the Trafalgar and Roseau Valley and Roseau River. This is where we are. But we've come here not just to remind you of this. We've come here to monitor the extent to which this God-given beauty, this God-given gift is being brutalized and butchered by us, by Dominicans like us. I'm standing in a quarry, what we would call in Dominica a tarish pit. Behind me the beauty, in front of me the beast. This is a quarry that initially was used by locals just to get their little tarish for their little home projects, etc. And a few years ago was converted into this commercial extraction mining operation by a former minister of government, a representative of the area at the time, Mr. Dr. Colin McIntyre. Compare this with what you saw at the beginning of this video. Compare it. And it is not as if we don't have other places more suitable for the extraction of this material. We do. But we also know that in order to get to this material, we have to remove the ground cover, which is the beauty of Dominica. There's been a significant extension of the quarry up towards the tree line, which is towards the boundary of the World Heritage Site, the Mont Trapito National Park. significance of this is that what has been removed will take centuries to replace. Number two, what has been removed is the beauty which draws visitors to Dominica and has done so for decades. What has been removed is the capacity of our forest cover to restrain the flow of water. This is a high rainfall area, very high rainfall. Over 100 inches of rain, rising to over 200 inches of rain. So you understand that the impact of rain, both from the hitting point as well as the flow point of the rain, is to remove and move soil cover from where it is to where the water goes. When once you remove the trees as they have done, you accelerate the movement of this grey material, the tarish, downhill. What is downhill? Downhill is the beauty. Downhill is where some people of the villages of Loda, Trafalgar and so on have settled over the years in a sensible way. Downhill is the most visited tourism site of Dominica, the Trafalgar Valley, the Rosa Valley. Downhill is T2 Gorge, where people go and swim through the gorge to get up river. Downhill is the Mother and Father Falls of Trafalgar. Downhill is the Rosa River. We pointed out the last time we were here a few months ago the potential of this to cause a disruption and a destruction and a butchering of the beauty of Dominica. We have come back, and you would know, those of you who are following the Dominica situation, over the last 3 weeks or so, we've had the most astounding, intense period of sustained rainfall. A bit unusual for this time of year, which is December, which is the beginning generally of the Kawem season, the drier season. Christmas is generally dry and cool. But what we are seeing now is, after weeks of steady rain, the runoff from this area, and it has been reported to us by tour guides and people whose business depends on this beauty of Dominica, that the gorge, the T2 Gorge, the level of the bed of that gorge has risen significantly because of the deposit of material like this, potentially from sources like this, is causing the disappearance, if you will, of the sense of mystery, the sense of adventure, the sense of scare from swimming up the T2 Gorge, which is what a lot of visitors really revel in. They come to Dominica, the nature island, to get some wild adventure. So the message today is really very simple. We can sit quietly by and watch this happen. And in a few more years, your grandchildren would have grown up to be teenagers, your teenagers would have grown up to be young adults, and they would start having children, etc., etc. And this would become the norm, as opposed to the beauty we saw at the start of this message. So I'm asking, yes, I'm asking that we become a little more respectful of what was created by the God we like to say we believe in. We can find ways to make use of our natural beauty, our natural resources, in a way that does not destroy it, but actually lifts it up, because there are people all over the world who used to live with that beauty in their country, and today have lost the beauty for the beast. I am asking, let us make a difference. Let us turn a different corner. Let us not go down that same old road where we know that at the end of that road is destruction, is poverty, is want, is a lack of water, is flooding, is landslides, That is what is at the end of this road. What is at the end of the other road is that we would have found a way to design and build our homes in a manner that will not destroy, but in a manner that will make each one of us, if you will, tourists in our own island. Because when you wake up in the morning and you have a view like this, my goodness, this is what we pay lots of money to come to see. And we can have it for free. But we must protect it. We must conserve it. We must understand it. So I am asking, if not for yourself, do it for your ancestors, the people who came before you and left us the beauty. And most important, do it for your children, for your grandchildren, and for their children. Give them the pleasure of one day being able to come up the valley and look south and look west and still see the beauty, still understand the joy of natural living, still understand that in those very forests are some of the herbal and medicinal plants that our grandparents and great-grandparents know about, used to use, used on our parents and used on us to keep us well and healthy. The water that the world has run out of, the water that is absent and has created drought and famine in so many places of the world, we still have it. And you know why? Because we resisted the temptation to create a beast. And over the years, we actually allowed the beauty to reign. The message is simple. The choice is ours. Ours. Nobody else's. If we want a beautiful space and place to live in and to work in, to earn a living in, that's our choice. If we want to run after somebody else's dream of success and wealth and power, that is the result. This is the result. What will it be?